No, look, Test match cricket turns so quickly. We've still got Mosadek to come, so having that extra bit of cushion also helps us a little bit. Nobody knew what's going to happen, but a fantastic, one of the best partnerships I've seen in international cricket that I've been involved in.
Russell, Mominul and Haque were bowled in incoming deliveries in batting Chicago. Today, Shabdo was bowled in an incoming delivery. So left-handers are striking against incoming deliveries. What do you think is happening?
Yeah, look, I think, and Shantu probably the first to admit it wasn't his best shot. He's a more organised, tighter player than that, but he's still got a lot of learning to do in international cricket. He's got all the ability. I think he can be a fantastic player for Bangladesh. And people must remember, when you think of Liton's first 15, 16, 17 test matches, also a lot of question marks asked about him. So much ability, hasn't averaging 20, 21. He's now averaging nearly 40, 36, 37. So he's still learning. Batting at the top of the order, never easy. Coming in against a new ball under a little bit of pressure. So he'd be the first to admit it wasn't his best shot. But I know he's a quality player. I've seen the way he practices, the way he plays, his ability. It's all about just learning about batting long periods of time in international cricket.
Coach, Mominul said it mentions that he didn't bother about his form. What did you think? Why isn't he not bothered about his batting form?
Because he's got a fantastic record. He's got the most hundreds in Bangladesh cricket. He's got 11 test hundreds in, I think, 51 test matches. I mean, you've got some fantastic players in that team. Of Mushfiq's got his 9th in maybe 75 test matches. Mominul's got 11 in 53, 54, so he knows how to get runs. And all players go through slumps in form, and all players lose a little bit of confidence and belief. As coaches, it's your job to support those players in those times and make sure that they get out of those slumps at certain stages, because they're all going to go through it.
Do you think he is in off form?
Do I think he's off form?
Yes.
I don't think he's off form. He's just out of runs. He's not getting runs. I watched him in the nets. Even this morning, he looked really good. His positions were really good when he batted. So he's out of runs, not out of form.
Okay, last 3 questions.
Beginning of the Bangladesh innings, the behavior of the wicket surprised you?
No, a very good wicket. I thought it was a good wicket. Very few dismissals. Maybe Mominul got quite a good ball that stayed down a little bit, but good wicket. Good wicket.
Mushfiq is not going to play for Bangladesh in Windies for his personal reason.
Yes.
As he is in top form, Bangladesh is going to miss someone in the middle.
Absolutely. But it creates an opportunity to develop the next player. Because like I've always said, the Mushfiqs, the Shakibs, Tamim's not going to be around forever. And we need to find times to play guys like Rabi. Make sure we stick with Shantos, because they need to come into the test team, and those guys are done with 15, 20 test matches behind their name. So obviously disappointing, because he's in good form at the moment, but provides an opportunity for somebody else to develop the game and go forward.
Atif?
Do you think that Mominul needs to reorganize his batting technique or something like that, because he's going to stop for a long time?
Well, when you say a long time, I mean, it's 4 tests ago he got an unbelievable 80 in New Zealand. So it's just 4 tests ago. It's 1 test in Christchurch, he got 30 odd, 2 tests in South Africa, and this test, and the first test match here. So it's not a long time. He played a fantastic innings in Mount Maunganui to set up the game that we won. There's no player that gets runs every single game. It's part of it. He's a quality player. He's got 11 test hundreds. He's got the best record of any Bangladeshi batter in terms of hundreds to test matches. There's a big score around the corner for him. I have no doubt about that. Yes, sir.
Liton is currently the 2nd highest run getter in this year in Test, and 3rd in World Test Defense Second. So how impressive he was throughout the...
No, he's really taken his game to the next level. I think batting him lower down the order has helped him. He will definitely become Bangladesh's number 4 or number 5 in time to come, but having him in that number 6, number 7 position takes a little bit of pressure off him. He can play with good intent and positivity, and he's been fantastic for us for the last year and a half.
Last question.
So, given the position of the game, I mean, what are you expecting tomorrow? Big runs or
No. It's a, you know, in this game, you're 2 wickets away from being in a tricky position again. The average score here, day one, our first innings is 314. At the moment, if these two can get through the first hour tomorrow, puts us in a really good position. If they can get us to 300 with no damage, Moshfiq to come, we can't look too far yet. We've got to look at the first ball, first hour tomorrow, and then see where we go, because the rate was fantastic today. And you know, in Mirpur, the game speeds up. You can bowl a side out in 2-3 sessions here. So the game speeds up as the game goes on. We can't look too far ahead. All our folks in the first session tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.